Welcome back, everybody. Episode 6
of Rice and Slice
Golf Podcast. Today we've got a very special guest.
Very special.
We have our first guest. Somehow we managed to book him.
Yep. He's a single-digit handicapper.
If only he had a choice on being on this podcast, eh?
He's definitely not friend or family at all.
Right. I've actually made an intro. I've written an entire paragraph for you.
Oh, just like the paragraph you wrote for Rick Shields.
No. I think this is way better because it's from the heart.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not from the heart. It's just
romance.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, all right. I'll listen.
Right. Okay.
Go on.
I hope I do this in one take and I don't mess it up.
Okay.
So I've actually written all this down. So I need to turn down the music. Before we get into it, we might as well give an intro to our guest since he's here, and he's agreed. He didn't agree, kind of, but yeah, he agreed to kind of be here. So this is the intro. I'm so nervous for this. Right, Leo Kattou, born on the 20th of August 1992, started working as an apprentice at a Michelin-starred restaurant, Simpsons, in Birmingham, where he worked his way up to head chef. In 13 years, he has been there. Not only that, but he is one of the most prolific young chefs in the UK, earning himself Chef of the Year 2021, Acorns Award 2020, the Heinz Hospitality Heroes Award in 2019, among other world-renowned awards. He was also the semi-finalist at the 2017 MasterChef The Professionals. But his biggest accomplishment is being my big little brother for the past 30 years. Leo, welcome as our first guest to our golf show podcast. I think that was pretty good.
That was
all right. That was all right.
That was good.
Give me that.
I'll give you that. It's good.
I'm actually nervous. Right, that can go away now.
That's all the research done.
Oh my god, I did all right, didn't I?
I let you off. That was all right.
That was all right.
Good.
I did a bit of googling last night. After Leo said, he was like, "Listen, you better be prepared for this. Like, people research me and they know more about me than what I know about myself." I was like, "Leo, I've known you for the past 30 years. Like, I know everything about you." But then I got a bit nervous. I was like, I might as well have a bit of intro or something just to kind of get you a little bit comfortable. But yeah, here we are. Leo Kattou, you are my first cousin.
Yeah, we are.
We are first cousins.
We are first cousins.
You and Theo got me into golf. Thank you. Now, this is all because of you.
Me and my dad got you into golf.
No, you and your dad got Theo into golf, mainly. We were just messing around when we were kids.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, Leo, welcome to our podcast. This is episode 6. We don't really know what we're doing. As you can probably tell, you've been here for the past half an hour, looking at us running around like headless chickens. But yeah, we thought we'd get you on. We'll talk about cooking. We'll talk about golf. We'll talk about your life. We'll talk about your future. We'll talk about a little bit about your past. But yeah, it is just a very relaxed.
And a special question: has he ever cooked while he's golfing?
Have you ever cooked while golfing? No.
Is that possible?
Is that possible?
I suppose. I don't
know.
It's
No,
always a
no.
first.
That was a stupid question.
I don't know.
Listen, we need to raise the bar to our first guest.
No, I'm raising the stupid question so you can have the smart ones.
Honestly, I'm very nervous about this, but we'll kind of play by ear. So, Leo, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We play golf today.
I don't know. Well, kind of.
Explain.
Well, I came to play. You two came to giggle.
Okay, all right then. So Chenji plays decent once in his life.
Yeah.
And he's gonna let us know about it for the next 25 years.
Yeah. Our cousin Theo
Smashed it today.
bandit. Complete bandit.
Smashed it today.
Plays off 8. Was it? No, 20 he played off today.
Yeah. So I played off 20. Theo played off 20. Chenji played off 19. You played off 9.
8.
So Leo played off 8. And we don't normally get together on a Sunday and play golf, And we went there. It was an early tea time. The weather was great. And last night, because Leo was staying around my house last night, I said to Leo, we should have like a competition tomorrow. We should take it like really serious. and then he was like, yeah, we should do that. And I was like, we should put money on the line. You both owe me money. I just remembered. I need £5 from both of you, first of all. Yeah,
I'll send you my fee for the podcast.
There you go. So that's you owe me £5.
I'll send you the fee for the podcast.
As long as it's £5, we're good.
Okay.
So yeah, you can have that back. It's okay.
You're just asking for money and giving it back.
I know, but it's a thing of you gave me the £5. That's all I needed.
Hold on 1 second. You owe me a £5 anyway.
Probably do. Thank you very much. Okay, now we're all even.
By the way, this is how the economy works.
Yeah. So I said to Leo last night, come a bit closer. Stop being so away from me. So we're speaking with Leo, and I said, listen, Tomorrow when we go, I think we should have like a better, not a better ball, a match play. Play Stableford. We'll play
Awesome.
Snake, and we'll just do as many games as we possibly can to make it more interesting for us, a little bit competitive, just to kind of get into it because we can get into it. I'm not gonna lie. I came this morning thinking I was gonna like break the course record, and I did that, but the wrong way round. I played terrible. I didn't play very well. My putting was very bad. My everything wasn't clicking.
Did you play with Pro Vs today?
I did. I went out and I bought a brand new dozen of Pro V1Xs. I lost about 6, I think.
I think I'm gonna give you another £5.
Yeah, I need all the money.
Do you accept Monza?
I accept everything, mate. Everything. Whatever you have, I'll take. Chenji played decent.
Yeah.
How many points did you end up getting?
34?
34.
34. It's not bad. 2 under.
Can't complain.
Two under the handicap. You didn't play very well. I noticed he was getting a bit angry at one point, which is fair. It's golf. There's nothing wrong with that.
Then I give him a hug.
Yeah.
Did you
No,
give him
no,
a-
no. The hug was before. The hug was when we were doing fine.
Yeah.
When I nearly got the eagle.
Yes, right. So we played as a 4-ball. It was we kind of flipped to tee, and it was me and Theo versus Chenji and Leo, which is quite evenly matched. Not even, but you know what I mean. It was quite even. It wasn't. Whatever teams we did, it was quite even.
You
because of
won.
handicap.
Doesn't matter.
We barely won.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we played match. We had match play, and we had Stableford. Theo smashed it on Stableford today. He just
37 points.
39.
39 points.
39 points, which is very good for his handicap. Bandit. He turned up today. He was pretty, and his putting was
Yeah, tell us
pretty bad.
what's the definition of a bandit?
They use Bafidis.
Think about it, it's bandit.
And
It's-
Theo.
I didn't play well, so I'm not a bandit. If I'm playing well in a competition, then I'm a bandit.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
other
alright.
than that, because normally Theo, you've seen his swing.
Yeah, of course.
His swing it looks like it hurts when he swings the club.
It
right?
looks like I'm gonna break a
It's-
fucking neck.
It looks like I'm gonna break a bone when Theo swings. Oh, he's not gonna be happy when he sees this clip on
Oh,
TikTok.
well.
Anyway, he'll be fine. He should have been here. Yeah, so Theo smashed it. You didn't play very well. Theo let us know that he won.
Oh, definitely.
He was very cocky, but well deserved. And then we also played match play, which it was me and Theo, and we beat you both by
One hole.
We actually went to the 18th. To
We
the,
did,
to
yeah,
the
we
last
did,
hole,
yeah.
and we beat you by 1 hole basically. We were 1 up, but yeah, it was good fun. The weather was great. I kind of got a bit of a burn on today, but yeah. And after that, we had a carvery at the what do you call it, at the clubhouse, and we had a shower. Not together. We were all separate.
I was so nervous inviting a Michelin-starred chef into my golf clubs as carvery. I'm just thinking, all I'm thinking of is that beef rare enough? Is the cut enough?
The beef could have been rarer, in my opinion.
I don't know. Once you've added amigos from Derby,
Everything kind of goes. Everything is better. Everything.
just, the world's just.
I don't know. Amigos is pretty good in Derby, but yeah, shout out
Little
Amigos.
shout out, yeah.
You gotta
Please,
shout
please
out.
send me food.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we had a shower. We watched the football. We had a couple of drinks,
Had
and
a
now here we are.
snooze.
We had a snooze in the clubhouse. We played snooker. It's been a pretty full day.
I mean,
And it's only half seven.
it's literally been a whole day.
Yeah,
has.
it's been.
Yeah.
We,
You know,
we had a good time.
We've been there since 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and now we're approaching 8 p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
So it
call
was-
that just a fantastic day.
Yeah, it was great. We had good fun.
What's better than just spending a whole day in the golf course and the clubhouse?
I've never done what we did today. I've never spent that much time after golf at a golf course, at a golf club.
The only thing that was missing was a quick 9 after dinner, so we can just
I was thinking that as
Listen-
well. About 5 o'clock, I was
get
thinking.
a buggy as well, right?
Yeah.
You
We
know,
could have done it.
Yeah.
Because last time we was me and Chenji, and I said to Chenji, let's go early in the morning. We'll play 18 holes at Kedleston, and then we'll have food, carvery, and then we'll go Cavendish and play 18 holes. We're like, yeah, we done it. We booked everything. We paid for everything. You've seen the carvery, how big it is. We had the food, and we were both just dead.
You should have seen
I
Theo's face.
had meat sweat. I was just sweating.
He
I
was
like,
sweating. He
I
was.
need a nap. Chenji, I need to get home. I'm not feeling very well. Like, it was just so much food. And today, I didn't have that much food, and I could have easily went for another 9 holes. But it's all right. Watch the football. We're here now. It's good. So, Leo,
Talk to me.
you've got new. Well, it's I don't know if it's a touchy subject, but you've been at a Michelin starred. What did they have a Michelin star before you got there?
Yeah.
So they've had it.
They had it since they got it in the 2000.
So okay, and you went.
And then they moved from one location to another location,
Oh, okay.
retained it,
Yeah.
and then from 2004 in the new place up until now. And then I got there in 2009, I think it was.
2009?
2008, 2009.
Growing up, we were very close.
Yeah.
We spent most weekends together,
Yeah.
just messing around, doing stupid stuff, shall we say. And then growing up,
Pound fine, you just swore. By the
I didn't. I stopped myself. So growing up, obviously, we were like in school, in high school. We didn't go to the same school, but we were like at that point where we were thinking about what to do with our lives and about our futures.
Actually, that's quite a funny one, because
I know. Go on.
I wanted to be into music and DJing, and
Yep.
you wanted to be a chef.
Yep. And then what happened?
Look at us now.
And then we kind of swapped around, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a chef. I was really into cooking. And he was like, I don't like cooking. I'm not. I like, no. And he wanted to do music production and like DJ and all that kind of stuff. And then literally within a year, he was like in is it culinary school in Birmingham?
Yeah, Birmingham, UCB.
There you go. And then I went into college on a BTEC level course doing music because I got 0 GCSEs.
Yeah.
And here we are now on my podcast, our podcast. But yeah, and I definitely followed music. I definitely got my money's worth in music. I travelled a bit and DJ'd. But yeah, and you've been doing it for the last 14 years in the same place. You work your way up. When you first went in, what job did you... Were you like pot washer?
No, just like a commie apprentice, just like
Like cutting vegetables? Is that a stupid question?
I picked parsley. I think my first ever job, I picked parsley.
Picked parsley.
First ever job for like 2
And
hours.
then 13 years later, you're running the kitchen,
Still picking parsley.
still picking parsley, but like better quality parsley.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But yeah, and then I was lucky enough to go to Simpsons before you left, and I loved it. I loved it. Chenji also went. We went with the same person, but not at the same time.
No.
And for me, it's one of those things when you go to a Michelin star restaurant and you have fine dining food, everyone thinks, oh, the place is really small. You're not going to get, the food's not going to be, it's not going to fill you up. You're going to leave feeling hungry, blah, 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 until you actually go. And then you realize how much food they give you. I mean, having my first cousin as a head chef obviously helps because we got a couple of extra dishes.
Yeah, just a couple.
Just a couple, but still, even if we didn't get those dishes, the food was the best meal I've ever had in my life. I can't explain it, and whenever I try and explain to family, like, oh, this was amazing, this was amazing, this was amazing, they can't understand. That you don't understand it until you've actually been to a Michelin star restaurant and actually tried the food. What do you think?
Absolutely.
But your first ever time at Simpsons was when we had Tom Barnes, though, wasn't it?
No. That was when you were still there, and you showed me your putter.
Oh, yeah,
in
that was it.
The kitchen.
Yeah, I had my
There we
platter
go.
arrived.
Golf is just everywhere.
So
Yeah, that was
13 years, right? 13 years of hard work
Mm.
means you can have your putter in the kitchen.
That's
It
it.
just arrived, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Yeah,
What
Your
putter was it?
Your Odyssey.
Was it the Odyssey?
Is it
Yeah,
the one
the
you're using
Odyssey.
now?
No, I've moved it from TaylorMade now.
Oh, well, there you go. But yeah,
Shout out to TaylorMade.
yeah, they're not listening, mate. I promise you.
There will be now that Leo's here.
Yeah, hope so. Send me some clubs, balls, any 60-degree wedge, anything you want. Just send me anything. A hat. I'll take a hat. But yeah, it was good. I loved it. Now you left.
Yep.
Any plans for the future?
Golf.
Golf? To be fair, you've been playing a lot of golf in the past, which I don't blame you.
Yeah, last
It's your
month.
birthday next week. You're turning 30.
Don't say that.
Well, I mean, you are. It's not nothing wrong. I was telling him. I was telling him last night. The day after I turned 30, everything started to hurt on my body. Like my knees started going. My back was like hurting. I was like, just get ready. I don't want to put it in your head, but just prepare yourself. It might be a little bit,
Touch it.
yeah, a little bit touchy. But yeah, so
Well, speaking of, on a golf-related note,
Mm.
before your birthday on Saturday, you better explore some options for memberships because a lot of golf clubs will have a young members membership.
I'm not bothered about membership at a golf club.
have you ever been a member anywhere?
I was junior member at the Warwickshire when I was a kid.
Which is not a bad club to be a gym.
I know the Warwickshire is a brilliant course.
Amazing. I was. Well, you weren't with us. You were with us.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago we played the Warwickshire. It was really good.
Great condition. Yeah.
Really good condition. When we were kids on a Saturday, whenever I didn't go Greek school, you would have like lessons, didn't you? at
Yeah, I had a
Warwickshire?
lesson every Saturday, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and then I would
8
come
o'clock.
with you, and I wasn't able to take putting lesson obviously because I didn't know how to play golf, but I would always be around and just kind of hit a sandwich into houses in Coventry.
Can't talk about that.
We can't talk. Well, they weren't built houses; they were building the houses. They weren't fully built. They had no windows yet.
Well, some of them might have had
some of them. They didn't have windows.
Not
for long.
anymore.
Yeah. It was such a great.
Such a misled youth.
It wasn't. It was the best childhood in England I could have possibly asked for. Because Leo's house was a house of fun, where he had a pool table. He had like, you go into his garage and there's like 12 different golf bags full of clubs and like thousands of like random balls. And he had like rollerblades and skateboards and different dartboards. He had everything. And then obviously I was in my house. I had nothing. And I was like, Mum, can you please take me to Leah's house? And every time, the same thing would happen to you as well. Whenever we were in the car outside Leo's house, my dad would turn around to me and say to me, you mess up once and we're going straight home. And then his dad
It'd be exactly the same
would
words.
say exactly the same way.
But inside the house.
And then within 5 minutes, we'd be fighting, screaming at each other, going out, like breaking windows, playing football, hurting ourselves on skateboards. It was the best. Your house was amazing. I learned to play golf there. I learned to play football there. I learned to rollerblade there. I learned to skateboard there.
Play pool.
Oh my God, I've learned to play pool. There's so many things. Your house was like the fun house. It was the best house to be. We used to like put on the landing upstairs. Remember?
Oh yeah, we used to have the putter thing. We used to return the ball. Didn't we?
We had a great childhood growing up together, and yeah, you went into cooking. Now you've left.
I have.
Is there any particular reason why you left?
Turning 30.
That's good enough.
Fancied a change.
That's it. I mean, you've been there quite a while.
13 years.
years.
13 years in this industry. It's not common. I mean, it's not a lot of chefs tend to. They leave after like 2, maybe 3 years.
You're the only chef that professional, top of the game chef that I know. And to me seems weird. To you, I'm guessing it's normal because you're in that world. But to me, it seems like you've made a lot of sacrifices. Family, friends.
Golf,
holidays, weddings, christenings, just having that job.
Yeah, of course, it's massive. It's such a it's well, I'm gonna swear now. It's a fucking brilliant environment to be in.
Yeah,
it's so fun. You can't describe. You know how much fun we have on a golf course.
Yeah.
I have the same energy when we're in the kitchen.
I can see that.
I mean, it's.
I can imagine that.
Cooking's not a job sometimes. Well, no, it's not a job. You're going in to literally work with the best food you can get your hands on.
Right.
And prep it and have fun with it. And then you're cooking. You got a busy restaurant. The atmosphere's buzzing. You got a team of chefs around you. It's so much fun. You can't describe how fun it is. And that's why I always love this game. I love cooking.
Plus, it's the banter. It's the comradeship. Is that a word?
camaraderie.
There we go. Close enough.
Well, do you see some similarities between the game of golf and a high-end kitchen?
Ooh.
Yes, but I can do the kitchen more than the golf. Consistency.
Yeah.
We're always aiming for consistency in the kitchen.
That's
always.
it. That's actually a good point. That.
And we always try, and me and Luke, who's the director of the restaurant Simpsons, we play golf all the time, and we always say, how can we be consistent in the kitchen all the time? But we play golf twice a week together, and why can't we be consistent? I mean, twice a week playing golf, it's quite a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
You're right, actually.
Consistency is the main
because
one.
it's the dishes are so pristine, and every single dish has to come out exactly the same. Every single flavor has to taste exactly the same. The temperature, which is actually funny because I don't like eating hot food, like not spicy, but like temperature-wise hot food. Because whenever I order a meal, I'm hungry and I want to eat it.
Yeah.
And if the food comes to my plate and it's steaming hot, I'm gonna have to sit there and stare at my food while everybody else around me is eating, and I'm like, I need to wait for it to like cool down.
That was like the potatoes today at the carvery.
Exactly.
The gravy.
and the gravy
The
was
gravy.
like, it was so hot. So the number one thing that I said to Leo, and he was like quite taken back, I said to him, the temperature of the food was perfect. And he kind of stood back and he looked at me and he was like, thank you for noticing that. Because we actually work hard on doing that. Because there were some dishes that were cold, some dishes that were hot, intentionally cold, obviously. And even like the ice cold, I swear there was like, was it like a ice grape or something? Was it grape? It looked like a grape, like something green. I might be wrong.
I can't remember.
But it was something ice, like an ice cube. And I've got sensitive teeth and I can't bite into. And even that was like perfectly temperatured. Everything was just perfect. I couldn't get over it. But I loved it. But yeah, have you got any idea what you want to do? Are you staying in the UK? Do you want to be closer to family? Do you want to travel a bit? Do you want to, I don't know, like, do you want to go out and try different foods, different whatever? Like, what?
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know?
And that's the best thing about what the position I'm in.
I don't blame you.
I'm not. Well, everyone knows this. It doesn't matter whether you're a chef, wealth management, anything you do, banker. When you're in a senior position, I suppose, in an environment, you can't. If I go for a trial or job somewhere else, Chinese whispers, you know what I mean, and you can't focus on your job because you've been offered another job. It's like too much going on.
Yeah.
Then you've got a long notice period. What's the point? Why don't you just leave on a high, relax? Something will come. There's always things that are always going to evolve.
Do you think playing golf clears your mind?
No, not after today. Today I wanted to.
What?
Today I wanted to snap my putter.
Today you wanted to go back to work.
Today I wanted to snap my putter. Dude, you see my putting today?
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Wait, hold on. Does golf clear your mind?
Yeah, it normally does.
Well, again, it's actually same. If I had a really bad round, it doesn't. If I just not even have a good round, but just a normal round, it does.
No.
It does.
I disagree, guys.
What?
I don't care how bad I play, how good I play. That's the best part of my day.
Yeah, it's the best part of my day.
So it's when I'm playing golf, I think of nothing else.
Yeah, of course.
And the good thing about me is I forget the last shot, whether it was good or bad. Does that make sense? But it's mainly bad.
Well, today, to be fair, tell you what I was consistent with.
Go on.
My 3 putts.
Oh yeah, same,
Yeah.
same.
It's like everyone.
Same.
Same.
I think amongst the 3 of us, not including Theo, we make 1 putt.
Yeah, it wasn't
My
good.
best putt was by my hand. I told you that.
Yeah. When you got
Because
the
I
birdie.
landed it an inch away.
Yeah.
Hand-
Not even that. It was. I'm surprised it didn't.
The famous hand wedge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Can I ask? You don't have to answer this. How many job offers have you had since leaving Simpsons? Because it was a very public announcement when you left Simpsons in a good way. Nothing.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing bad came out of this. Everybody was happy for what you gave to Simpsons. You were happy for what Simpsons has given you. So when you left, there was a lot of publications that actually like posted, "Oh, Leo Kattou leaves Simpsons after 13 years," blah blah blah. So obviously there was a lot of chefs reading these news articles. They must have reached out.
Of course.
How many?
Phew.
In the like 20, 10, 5, or you can't say? It must be a lot.
Yeah, it was in like the first 24 hours was something stupid, like within not even 24 hours from when Simpsons announced it on social media. I had 5 phone calls within 2 hours. Oh, what's your plan? Do you fancy something? I'm like, can I just have a break first?
Ask me out for a round of golf first.
Yeah, invite me. Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Have a cup of tea, or coffee.
Yeah.
Let's have a cup of tea and a biscuit, and then we'll have a chat.
Yeah.
No, it was just like straight on the phone.
Yeah. Well,
I've had I've easily about 20 to 25 at the
that's
moment.
wicked. Well, that just goes to show how good you are at your job. Obviously, you know how good you are at your job. You've won enough awards to know how good you are at your job, which is pretty cool.
Did any of them invite you for a round of golf?
No.
Wow.
Do any of them play golf? I'd imagine not, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if someone doesn't play golf, you've got to have a word with themselves, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, some people love it, some people hate it.
But you see, that's what I'm good at in my industry. You have to know what people like.
Yeah.
And before you even talk any business,
Get
do
them out.
something like you guys both like.
Yeah, get to
to know each other.
Yeah, I like that.
And then the worst case, you realise you hate each other and you never have to see each other again.
There you go.
Right?
I tell you what, one thing was quite funny on social media, just, when you flick through the comments what people are writing,
Right.
I think I had about 10 comments, and like, 7 of them were like respected chefs in the industry with Michelin stars.
Okay.
And they're like, when we're having a game of golf, you know what I mean?
Oh,
First
okay.
thing, like, congratulations.
There you go.
When we're having a game.
That's it. That's what you want.
Fantastic.
So there's chefs are massive. It's like, there's...
Have you had much hate in the cooking industry, in the chef industry?
Yeah, probably people hate me.
Not as in from staff, because I imagine it's a very hostile environment in that kitchen when it's busy, when you've got such a high expectation of
You've
food
got
to deliver.
you've got to deliver, but we're all got to be friendly. You know what I mean?
100%. But I mean, I'm talking about like hate comments on, I don't know, like, do you get that in the cooking industry?
You probably do.
Like bad reviews or...
They're the worst. Bad reviews. TripAdvisor. Sorry about this, but TripAdvisor does our fucking nothing.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just... You could find the most pettiest things.
Yeah.
I mean, like car parking spaces. I mean,
wow.
we came to your restaurant, lovely food, lovely service, lovely atmosphere, but we couldn't find a parking spot. We'll give you 3 out of 5.
Oh, no way.
Like,
So
get a life.
you go there, you spend all that money, everybody works so hard to deliver a great plate of food for you, and you're going to leave them 3 stars because you didn't find a close enough parking space. That's terrible. But I'm not surprised.
You shouldn't be driving to a Michelin star restaurant anyway. You're gonna have a drink, don't you?
Yeah.
I suppose so, but
We got trains.
but
there.
then there's always haters.
Yeah.
Haters be haters.
And that's it. I mean, it's just the way it is.
You can't please everyone, but all you can do is try your best.
There you go.
And
And you've smashed it, I think, for the last 13 years.
So I've got a question for you. You know, when we play golf today,
Yeah.
just like chatting around. It's been a long day.
Mm.
You said you go on an annual trip with your chefs for a golf trip.
Yes.
What's that like?
Fun. Yeah, there was
Any
7 of us last year. This year there's about 10 of us.
Where'd you go?
We went to Cheshire last year. We're off to Cheshire again. We went to the Mere in Cheshire.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah, good. It's a good knock. Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
And the 7 of you. I swear you told me.
7 or 8
I'm
of us.
sure you
Six
said.
of us, 6 of us last year, I think it was 6 or
are
7.
they all good golfers? Oh,
I hope they listen to this. They can all knock a ball, yeah. One
Right.
person can't, bless him. It's funny. I love him to bits. I'm not saying his name.
What's his name?
I'm not saying his name.
Theo.
No,
Yeah, I will
it's
put
not
this
him.
out when this podcast comes out.
I promise you, if it was me, he would have said the name by now. No
Yeah, of
problem.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't
100%.
care about me.
But I love him to bits, and he just, as long as he's having fun, that's what matters. Isn't
That's it. I mean, that's what golf is about.
He's got all the gear, bless him.
Well, are you sure you're not talking about me?
But yeah, I don't know where we're going this year. They've booked it. I don't know. I've just said I was in, and
That's it.
It's a good laugh. We just literally just chefs and
That's
friends
it.
and
What more do you want?
Do you do anything like kitchen related in the golf trip?
no, nothing. Just literally have a gaff. Literally just have a laugh.
Do you,
You should be like asking the whatever resort you're staying at, right? Right? Can we take over the kitchen for one night?
I think that's the last thing you want to do.
Funny
no?
enough, because the resort where we were staying, we booked it via the chef.
Right.
And then, because we knew that's the handy part, being in the industry.
Yeah.
You're like, let's go here, because, we know the chef. Oh, you got any reservations? You got any bookings?
Yeah.
And that's how we did it, yeah. So we knew the chef who was at the Mere. Good course. That was a good course. Yeah.
Well,
That's
I tell you what,
wicked.
you should grow it. Do like a proper UK.
Well, there used to
kitchen
be
society.
kitchen chef days. So Albury Allen in Coventry, they're butchers. They used to do an Albury Allen golf day. It was always like Midland based, because then could always get chefs from across the UK. That was good.
Right.
And then there's another one called the BCF Golf Day, which is again chefs. Chefs from across the UK would come, and they haven't done that since 2019. Is it 2019? Yeah, 2020. Obviously, what happened? 2021. They haven't done it, and they haven't done one this year. Yeah, so it's 2019, and actually we're the reigning champions with that.
Oh, wicked.
But it's good. It's a good laugh. It's like obviously you pay to have it for the day, and there's breakfast roll, and we all get out, shotgun start.
Breakfast roll with caviar and lobster.
Of course.
Of course.
Obviously.
Coffee, champagne, but we don't want to tell anyone, no, I'm joking.
Yeah.
And then we have a laugh, we just shotgun start, you're in your groups, obviously there's bandits,
Yeah, obviously.
and obviously I get called a bandit.
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
How are you? No, you can't be a bandit if you're playing off single digits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have an official handicap then.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I play off
bandit.
21.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I think
Sorry, guys.
Birdied the first
I haven't-
I
nine
think I was
holes.
quite reasonable at the time, it was like 3 years ago, and I think I was playing off 14, I think I said.
Really?
So
But
it's
you've never played off 14.
Yeah.
What's the lowest handicap you've ever had?
3.4.
Oof,
That's low, man. Can you imagine playing 3.4?
that's lower than my self-esteem.
Honestly, I don't ever get that low. So how these players keep that standard.
Yeah.
Fair play to them. Like they've got balls to do that because
The worst part is they make it look easy.
oh man, it's like,
And you see all these clips on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and you're like, I could do this. Like,
well,
why can I not do this?
I think it was with you when we played the Brabazon at the Belfry,
Right?
and like we went up to the thing and like, oh, what's my handicap going to give me? And it was like 3.4, and it gave me 4 shots off the hit
Yeah.
board, and I was like, how the hell am I supposed to?
Yeah, you got no chance.
And like a 18 handicapper would maybe get 22 shots.
Yeah, yeah.
He was exactly, and I'm like, it's hard, man.
It makes no sense.
And I don't get me wrong, when you're putting a card in, like today, it's one of them, like, I know, I can strike the ball, but everyone, like, you're hybrid today. You outdrove me with my driver, you know what I mean?
Well, I didn't want to say that, but you did say that. But yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
My
hybrid,
driving was shocking today, but yeah, I'll let you off.
you were hitting it straight. You were just not getting the distance that you normally get.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was flushing my hybrid today.
Oh,
But then again, Theo, if you used a driver, you wouldn't go as far as your hybrid anyway.
of
That's why I'm using my driver. I used my driver once today, and I think I sliced it. Or I hooked it, or it didn't go where I wanted it to go, basically. And I was like, I was started off with my 5-iron, and I was just not hitting it well. Normally I hit it quite decent. I get like 220 out of my 5-iron, but today I was just not hitting it well. And I was like, okay, let's just try the hybrid out, and it was working fine. But other than the hybrid, other than my drives, nothing else was good. My approach shots were pretty good. My chipping out on the green was actually decent.
You chipping out of the trees was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really good.
But
That
it's
was really
just
good.
in between, man. I'm just three-putting non-stop.
It was hard today. It was the heat, everything.
The heat, I'm not going to blame the heat because we had a lot worse weather in Cyprus.
Oh my gosh.
A lot worse. So I'm not going to blame the heat. It was fine. It was like breezy. But what really annoyed me, yesterday we played 9 holes and my putting yesterday, Leo will say this, it was unbelievable.
I was putting 100 better than I was yesterday.
Yeah. And my
No,
putting, I
but
was like, oh my
I
God,
tell you,
like
I
I've
tell you
clicked.
what. I tell you
Something's
what.
clicked.
I think it's because of that ruined your putting
Maybe.
today.
But
Because
it was just-
if you're playing in a slow green, right, you can just be aggressive with your
Yeah.
putts because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know it's not going to roll that far off.
Yeah.
You know, if you make a good stroke. Whereas today when we played, and even though the greens were being sanded, the greens were playing fast.
Yeah, they were.
Right, I think they were playing at least a 10, maybe 11 on a stimp meter. And
Yeah.
you know,
we were
if you
struggling.
left, if your first putt was just slightly too strong, it would just roll, and you've got another 6, 10 footer for a second putt, which is hard to make
Which I was
for
doing
PGA
today.
professionals.
Yeah. On like downhill putts.
That's what I noticed for both of you. Actually, no, seriously, both of you would leave your first putt very, very long.
But I expected myself to be a little bit closer to the hole. As you weren't that bad today. It was just your putting really let you down.
Putting just let me down. Approach shots were on and off. Hit like a few greens and regulations.
Yeah.
I'd like to obviously play the course again because it's the first time I played it.
It's a
and
good course, isn't it?
It's a great course.
It's
yeah,
really nice.
yeah.
It's I love that course.
One of the best courses.
I've
around.
played that the most.
Shout out to Kettleston Park.
Shout out Kettleston. That's the most I've played in like I've lost my train of thought there. That's the second most club I've ever played golf at. Did that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were getting those members bounces today, and I was just like,
Yeah.
you are more of a member than I am.
And
there.
I'm not bored of it. It's fun. It's every time it's different. It's long. It's interesting. I really like it. There's a lot of trees. There's a lot of water. It's good fun. But I played terrible today. Yeah, but what can I ask? Ooh,
How many points did you get in the front nine?
10.
I just wanted to hear. So, what about the back nine?
I don't actually know.
11.
I got 11 points. That is
Wait
so
a
bad.
minute.
That
You know,
is so bad.
right, before we started,
That's like 15 off my handicap.
And
If
actually,
I put a card in today, my handicap would have went like 2 points up.
before we start, actually, what did you do? Were you fine this morning? Recording us. Who's going to win today? You're going to fit.
See, no. See, I'm not bothered about all that stuff. Like, I'm not bothered that I lost. I'm not, because I expect to lose because you're better than me. Steyo's hitting it pretty well. You're hitting it pretty well. So I'm not actually bothered that I lost. What bothers me is how bad I played. That's what bothers me. I think that's like everybody. I don't care that I lost. You don't care that you lost. You care that you were 3-putting too many times.
Yeah, I don't care a lot.
Exactly.
It's part of
But
golf.
if
I was complaining that I 3-put on the last.
Oh yeah, because you got
you got
snake.
snake.
You forgot.
That was like, oh my god.
You know, we didn't even pay for the drinks in the end.
He did.
No, they didn't.
No, he didn't.
Steyo gave him the 20 quid and you gave him the extra
You
money.
gave them,
No, no,
you
no.
didn't give
No,
them the
no,
extra
no,
money
no.
away.
That was the second round.
No.
The first
No,
round.
that was the first round.
That was the first
Oh.
round. With the second round
So
included.
what's the point? We play Snake. You didn't buy the drinks. We played match play. I'm still owed money. Like, what's the point? But
I have no idea what we've done today.
Do you know what it is, right? Because even putting £5 on the line, it makes such a big difference, right?
No, especially to stay on. Like,
Oh,
that
yeah,
guy's a
yeah.
bender.
No. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the money, I promise you. What he cares about is to be able to look Leo in the eyes and say, I fucking beat you today. That's all Steyo cares about.
Sorry for the bad language.
He did it so many times today. He was like, no mulligans, no gimmies, no this, no that. And I was like, cool, man. I guess we're playing today. And
You know what's going to happen next, don't you?
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have an absolute shocker.
No, he will. But then when we play again and we do it again and he loses, which eventually he will,
Eventually.
he's not going to care because you're supposed to win. Does that make sense? So you're the one that needs to perform every time, not him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So all the pressure's on you, not on him.
Oh, cheers, thanks.
So
Sorry.
when's our next game?
You're going to Cyprus next week for a week.
Yep.
Are you playing golf in Cyprus?
Well, Steyo wants to have a game with me.
Listen, I'll give you a word of advice.
Don't play a game with Steyo.
No, my word of advice, if you're going to play in end of August golf in Cyprus, I think Chenji will agree, is don't play golf in Cyprus in August. I promise you will hate it. It was horrible when we played. Even with the buggy, it's so hot, it's so humid. It's not going to be fun.
I'm not bothered by it because I don't mind the heat and everyone knows that
No,
with me.
it's stupidly hot.
No, but if you start at 7 o'clock.
Or you go at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but again, listen.
I'm going to see. I'm not there to go for. I'm not there to go.
No,
to
no,
play
no, no.
golf
But I
for-
mean, if you can get away half a day, which you can, you've got no misses, you've got, you're fine. You don't need to please anybody on holiday. What do you think about Live Golf?
couldn't give a crap.
Really?
Yeah,
But it's golf news.
it's golf news, but it's like you're watching it on YouTube. Like, don't get me wrong, but you just can't enjoy it. I like, when you watch the Masters, I like sitting there at 10:30, 11 o'clock, and you're like the
Yes.
final, the back nine. You know it's gonna happen.
No, see, with that, we're just lucky that we live in the UK.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, still, even if it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah.
you can still you watch the last few groups coming together because you know they've. I mean, whereas I don't get me wrong, I'm not the one playing and earning that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I couldn't give a crap what happens to them. You know?
Yeah.
Cameron Smith might be joining the Live Tour. Tiger Woods gets off and. I mean,
Stupid money.
Stupid money.
It's too much money, man. Anyway, I don't really have an opinion. You don't really like it.
No, I've got no opinion.
It's just weird.
If anything,
it
I
feels
like it.
weird. It feels.
It
like
feels
I'm-
very.
It feels like I'm not supposed to like it. I don't know.
It feels very
But-
Formula
but-
One-esque kind
Yes,
of
yes,
style.
yes. 100%.
Which is fair enough. It's the new modern way of.
I think they're just trying to get people that are not into golf watching golf.
Yeah, of course.
That's why they got it free on YouTube. That's why they're doing all this like different formats and like.
I like the
shotgun
format,
stuff.
though.
The format is quite
I
fun.
can understand it for the professionals because, like, I think was it DJ who was like, I want to see my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've got to put a certain amount of
I
events
understand,
in.
but
and-
it's the money. It's not the family.
Well,
They're getting stupid money.
They are getting stupid money.
And nobody's
They're gonna
coming
pay-
out saying it's the money, guys. I'm getting paid a crap load of money to play on this tour. I'll be
apart
stupid to
from
say no.
That Perez who rocks up on the
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
in the dollar signs.
Oh, did it?
Fair play.
There you
to
go. I mean, at least if you're gonna do it, just be honest, and then you'll be respected for being honest, right? But it feels a bit fake. I don't know. It feels
But
like I don't know. It feels a bit
It's because
weird.
it's new. It's going to take time. You know what I mean, it's going to evolve. They've obviously got plans and whatever.
But the amount of money that they're spending, like how can they keep this up?
Like, what if the PGA Tour, right, started, let's say, 8 events a year, which are invitation only and guaranteed money?
They won't change their ethos. I don't think they should. It's been the PGA Tour. They might have too many events because they've got like probably like out of the 52 weeks in the year, there's like 40.
Yeah, it's stupid.
44 weeks.
But then again, you're self-employed, right? So can you not pick and choose what events you play at? You can.
You can, but you've got to play a certain amount, like a minimum amount. I think I'm not too sure.
I think you're right, actually.
But also, like,
But
you
like-
want to play as many as you can so you can get points, right?
But like that and Ian Poulter, for example, let's say because he's obviously on the PGA Tour and the European Tour, so he wants to play a few in both, but he's got to play more in America because
That's where he lives.
yeah, or no,
Which is
'cause
more
he-
convenient.
Well, it's more money than you're going to get in the European
Yeah.
Tour.
Ah.
But to keep
European
your
Tour, yeah.
European Tour card, you have to play at least 2 events.
Oh,
European Tour's not too bad,
Yeah,
or DP World Tour.
DP World Tour now.
that's interesting.
I mean, same as John Ram, I think. Sergio Garcia before he joined Liv.
Is John Ram, is he on the Live Tour?
No.
I was going to say because I saw him on the FedEx.
Yeah.
No.
I was a bit confused.
No, I think but that's why they show up, in the European Tour for random events. Like usually
Yeah,
the
of
home
course.
events,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like
Like-
John Ram showing up in Andalusia Masters.
Yeah, you got the Wentworth this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
that's
always
right.
have like Westwood. You'll always have Willett there. You'll always have I don't know.
It's all the, like the homegrown boys.
Which is-
you expect them to kind of be there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're going to Wentworth,
Yes, I'm going to Wentworth.
and you're going to Wentworth.
Probably. I see me and Luke.
How do you get tickets to go to Wentworth, Leo? Can you say?
No, I can't. Really
Okay, that's fine. You don't need to say. I'm not going to Wentworth. If you want to invite me, feel free. but yeah, it's very. I'm quite excited to see where Live kind of goes and how long it lasts, because they're just throwing money like it's going out of fashion.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. But yeah,
No, we don't. This is the thing about European sports, and that's me coming from the US, right, where people love money being thrown at sports. Is that we don't like? I mean, by we, I mean Europeans. We don't like money being thrown, like foreign money being thrown into.
I don't care if it's
I
foreign
s-
money.
sport.
I saw a statistic. What's this? I can't even say the word. now. Statistic. Yeah, I saw that the other day. Because the NBA is the highest earning league in the world, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
The what? Sorry.
The NBA.
Okay.
The highest earning players, they earn the most money.
Oh really?
And then it was like American football. Then it was like
No. I don't think American football people make that much money. Too many people in the team. Do you mean
No.
average or do you mean the highest paid?
highest paid.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then it was like football. Obviously, then you got obviously Ronaldo's the Messi.
Yeah.
And then it was like golf was like number 5 or 6, but then they broke down golf and they put Live Tour separate to PGA. PGA was still like 5 or 6.
Right.
Live Tour went to number 1
That's
Wow.
madness.
Wow.
because of the amount of
Formula
money
One is up there as well. Like
Yeah,
they
Formula One
get
is
paid a lot of money.
but it's a lot more sponsorship for them.
Yeah, it is, and it's not even that.
It's less players.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're
How
right.
many people?
It's like what,
Well, there's 2
you know,
drivers plus 1 or 2 reserve,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it's again, you know how much money goes into Formula One, like millions and millions and millions per team, per season, whatever. But we don't care about it because you kind of expect it in a way. But with Liv, all we're just looking at is numbers and money and offers and this and that, and it's just a bit too much now. Like now we're just bored of the fact that 140 million for Cam Smith to join Liv and 300 million for Tiger Woods or Matsuyama to join, and it's just like at this point it's just literally numbers on screens.
And the thing is with the Live Tour as well, it's contracted, so it's like some of them only got a contract for 1 year, so then they've got to go back, try and get their tour card for wherever they came from.
Mate, they're going to get done over by PGA.
Exactly.
Because what they're going to do is,
Well, Mickelson's been banned for 2 years.
yeah,
from
but
PGA.
that's expected kind of thing. And I don't think Mickelson cares.
No, but
He's
it's
done
like,
his bit.
but it's like the guys, the amateurs, right? You know, who before, like for example, these are like university students, right? Who play really well and winning World Amateur Championship, right? And World Amateurs, and then before even joining the PGA Tour, they now have decided to join Live Tour. But guess what? If you play really badly and nobody remembers you, right? If your team does really badly as well within Live, guess what? You're not going to get another contract, are you?
You're going to get dropped.
Yeah.
And
So then what's your future? But what's your future after this?
Exactly. PGA are going to make a point in the next year and a half when the 1 year contracts run out,
of course.
and Liv might not want them back, or the player might not want to sign with Liv because he doesn't like the backlash like he got from leaving PGA or whatever.
of course.
And then he goes back to PGA, and then they're like, "Yeah, we don't want you, mate. You can go."
You're not going to qualify.
And then
you
and
can't
then
get a
and then
tour card.
what? Yeah, and then what you're going to do then?
It's going to be a pro in the assistant. Like
It's mad.
But it's
I
like,
mean, what I can think about, right? Like, first of all, I think it's the 2019, 2019, I think, US amateur, Andy Ogletree, I think his name is. He played in the Masters in 2020. That's why I remember him. He joined the first ever event in London, Centurion Club, and he placed dead last.
And he got how much?
And he got $120,000,
That's mad.
right? But next event wasn't on. The following event, he wasn't on.
Oh, really?
So I'm just thinking, I mean, obviously getting paid $120,000 a year is like a good salary, right? But
Yeah.
come on, you won the US Amateur, and you're supposed to have a career ahead of you. You're supposed to get coaches to teach you.
so
like,
he paid on the Live Tour, the first event.
first event, yeah.
And he came last and he got 120 grand, but he wasn't in the next
But he wasn't in the next following event. So what's his future going to look like? Is it
Yeah,
gonna
but for signing for Liv,
But did he actually sign for Live, or was it just like a...
I don't know how these work.
Is it-
So
or
I think
whoever
that's
saw
why,
his-
contrary to what many people believe, not every single person on the field, 48 people, right, are contracted.
Oh.
Maybe some of them just kind of like, right,
You're here for an event.
it's
or-
an invitational, right? You're invited to
Right.
play for this round.
so it's not like he got paid $10 million or whatever.
It must have not then,
That's
Um,
interesting.
But then, like for example, the I think last year's US Amateur or like some World Amateur winner, James Pyard, he actually signed a deal, right? So he could have gone to PGA Tour because he's actually a really good player, but he signed a £1 million deal with Live Tour. So he's actually contracted. I don't know for how long, but he's going to play at least in a few events, and maybe even for like another year.
It's going to be very interesting in the next like couple of years to see, because the PGA is going to make a massive point to kind of prove like we're the PGA, we did what we want. You left, you went for the money.
Well, there you go then. So let's say, for example, who's young enough to go probably back. I can understand Porter.
Yeah,
Gus here a little bit.
yeah,
Even DJ.
DJ's still quite young.
No,
DJ's got a lot.
But this guy's in Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. He's been in here for a long time.
Yeah, but
Yes,
still,
but he's still only in his 30s.
DJ, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he's been in the game for a long time, but he was very average in the beginning. And only in the past 5 years, he's the DJ that we now know.
World number one after
Yes,
winning
yeah.
Masters.
Yeah.
So when you think about it as well with him, he's still got a good, 10 years in the PGA level?
Of winning, not just playing, taking part of actually winning.
Yeah.
Right.
Unbelievable golfer.
Yes.
I mean, how long has he got with the Live Tour? What's he going to do? Is the Live Tour going to keep keeping him on?
Do you think he cares? Because he's got paid like 100, God knows how many million pounds, right?
Oh, but also remember that £100 million headline figure is never going to be. He's not going to get paid that like in one event. He's got to play a certain amount of.
Yeah, but I mean, it might be like a 3-year contract.
Yeah,
It's still a lot of money,
Still
man.
a lot of money, yeah.
And it's one person. it's mad. It's mad. It's a lot of money. Taylor Gooch, for example, he's young. We got to meet him.
Yeah, we got to meet him.
Yeah, and he's young.
Lovely guy.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like money will last you for a certain amount of time, and then what's more important is, like Rory said, me putting my name on these amazing trophies is more important than earning the money. But then again, he says that, but he's got a $250 million tailor-made contract, if I'm not mistaken, for like 10 years or something. So he's earning the bag. He's getting loads of money. So maybe he's like, I don't need them. I don't need the 50 million.
But then, like Justin Thomas, again, he's like, just stop asking me about the Live Tour.
Yeah, but then again, like all these players. But then again, look, all these, like the field is kind of halved, and then Tony Finau comes and wins 2 in a row. Is it 2 or 3 in a row?
2 in a row. About to be 3 in a row.
That's incredible.
Maybe.
I love.
But he's a good golfer, and he's been on this scene for a while.
Yeah. And I'm a big fan of Tony, as you know. I was chasing him around the Open trying to get an autograph, and he completely blanked me. Did I tell you what happened?
Yeah.
When he was holding the flag, and he was about to sign, and he goes, "Nah, mate, the kids are going to get signed," and then he just signed the kids and left. But then in the end, he did give me an autograph and a picture. Thank you, Tony. I'm the reason why you're winning. So I'll take it.
Actually, though, it's because you met him.
Yeah.
Right?
Ever since I've met him, the week after he won.
Last 200 starts he made, he won 2 events.
Yep.
And the last 2 starts...
See, there's another answer. So what was the stats just then?
I think like before...
So 200 events.
200 events, he won 2.
See, and how much money do you reckon he's got out of that? Obviously,
it's not compared to Live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many Live do you reckon tours he would have had to do to win that? 2, 3?
Yeah.
What? And if he's Pat Perez and shooting +8 every single weekend and still getting paid $2 million, right?
It's mad. It's mad. But again, it's just pros and cons is what people want out of
But
life.
you know, this is like a thing that people are not discussing, right? Which is kind of like a thing that came to mind after we met Taylor Gooch, right? And his coach saying that, right? You know, his coach said, actually, we're all really happy about his decision because now all of his teams are getting paid quite regularly, right? With no concerns about kind of like how he's performing, how their players performing. So I'm just thinking, right, okay, you know, it's people need a team behind them, right? You know, elite at the elite level, and I'm sure you can attest at the elite level of the culinary arts, right? Yeah, you need to be surrounded by a team, and you need to pay them well, right, as well, and you need to train them as well. So if you're an elite golfer, right, you need to surround yourself with a good caddy, with a good coach, swing coach, performance coach, mentality coach, whatever coach. And if you don't really perform and you don't make a lot of money, these coaches are not going to go anywhere. They're going to go somewhere else, aren't they? Because you can't pay them. But at Live, that gives you a guaranteed source of income to pay these guys.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about it?
They were getting paid before. You don't need 2 physios. You don't need 4 coaches. You don't need 2...
Oh, how do we know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a bit much, no?
Well, I don't know.
It's one person.
These boys are at the top of their game.
I agree, but
They're
I don't think...
Yeah, come on. How many chefs do you have, right, that support you?
That's not the same thing.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
I don't think it is, because you're serving
how many
100 plates of food. You can't do that by yourself.
No.
Right? So you need 2 commies. I don't know the chef references. You need 2 commies or 4 commies. You need the 2 sous chefs.
Oh my God, you've been in research.
Thank you. Right, I'm blagging this completely. So
you're on form today.
Yeah.
Snooker, everything.
Man. Yeah, it's my snooker. It's been great today. So you need like 5 commies. You need 3 sous chefs, and you plus the I don't know. 2 pot washers.
That's not coaching. I'm coaching them. That's different.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is you need 7 staff, and you know with this 7 staff you can provide a meal for 100 people. Yeah. If you were cooking a meal for 50 people, you wouldn't need 7 staff.
Depends what you're cooking though.
Damn it. You've got a point there.
It depends what you're cooking.
I think
there was 4 of us cooking for the NHS throughout the lockdowns. We teamed up with a couple of people. We cooked for the NHS, and there was 3. It was a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday, and it was 3 different teams, and we chose to do the Mondays. And I can't remember. I think we did like 3 or 4, maybe 5. And there was only 4 of us in the kitchen. We did 500 meals. I mean, and it was 1,500 meals a week.
Yeah, but
shout out to the NHS.
Shout out. Is there what's like your least? I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Your least favorite food. I know the answer, but just you can answer it anyway.
Go on, what is it?
It's oysters.
Yeah, but everyone knows I don't like. There's a lot of things I don't like.
It's like, is there anything that you've cooked that you don't like?
Yeah, loads of stuff.
Like what?
I hate butternut squash. sweet potato. pumpkin.
Really? I love sweet potato. Did you not have any today?
No.
Really?
That was
That was,
parsnich. That was
that
carrot.
Carrot and sweet. That was.
Oh, no, close enough. They're all in from the orange family. They're all vegetables. No? Okay.
What else? It's got a bit of stuff. I don't know.
What about, like, if you had one meal to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Something with fish. Like, I love
Really?
Fish, yeah, man. Well, last night you wanted like barbecue, didn't you?
Yeah.
You wanted like the Greek kebab,
Yeah.
and I just wanted fish on the barbecue, didn't I?
Yeah, and I was like, why, man? We got pork belly here.
Yeah.
Because it's you guys from Cyprus. It's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, don't get me
of
wrong.
course.
I don't mind a bit of pork belly, but
Yeah.
if you've got a piece of cod or whatever,
Right. Is it
barbecued.
Is it pork belly or is it belly pork?
It's pork belly.
Apparently, there's a big divide on
Belly
that.
of pork. No, it doesn't make sense.
Pork belly. I don't
It's
know.
pork belly.
No, to me, it's pork belly.
Belly
But
pork. Who says belly pork?
I keep on seeing menus, right, of pubs or restaurants like say
Belly
it's
of pork.
belly pork.
No,
not
that-
belly and
I
pork.
think they're
just belly
trying to make
pork.
it a bit more fancy.
Yeah, they're just
Belly pork.
I don't like that
belly
name.
of
But,
pork.
It's like ice lolly or wait, is it lolly ice? Some people call it lolly ice.
No,
Yeah.
lollipop.
you see, same
No.
thing, right?
Some people call it
I've
lolly ice. I think
always-
down south they
never
call it lolly
in my
ice.
life. Never in my
Can
life.
you imagine saying lolly ice? It's ice lolly. Lolly ice. Google it. I'm telling you, it's a thing.
No, seriously, all my life I've thought it's called pork belly.
Yeah.
It's like pork and the belly.
Yeah, it's
Um,
You don't call
well,
it
actually.
rack of pork. Well, no, you do call it rack of pork.
Oh, the English language, yes.
Yeah,
Pig
but
cheek.
it's
Yeah, but you call them pig cheeks. So, yeah, it's the first name, pig cheeks.
cheeks of pig.
Yeah, cheeks. You don't call them
But
cheeks
that
of
that
pig.
just sounds like you switch up a couple of words and it makes it sound a little
Yeah,
bit
call
fancier.
I mean, lamb chops or chops
Pig,
lamb.
you call it pig trotters.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway.
Is there anything else we need to cover? Is there any
No,
questions?
no, actually, just a quick one. I mean, going
Go on.
back to it, right? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, because all the, live players will have guaranteed money, so they can go to hire some good staff. Is that going to take talent outside of the field away from the PGA Tour?
No.
I don't think so because these guys are they know what they're doing. I mean, there's only 8 events of the year. These guys are practicing a week or two. They're getting their coaches. You know what I mean, so they've still got the coaches and whatever. It's still going to be
I have a question.
because they do share coaches with some of them, don't they?
I have a
Yeah,
thought.
I think
Now,
so,
you
yeah.
just said something and it
Probably.
clicked. Live, there's only like 8 to 12 comps a year.
8 a year.
But this season is 8. Next year, I think it's going to be 14.
Maybe 12, yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
12.
plus the Miami playoffs as well.
Right.
There's one more event.
So,
yeah.
listen to this. At PGA, there's 40, but they're playing at, let's say, 20. So, at the PGA, they're playing a lot more golf.
Yeah.
They're practicing a lot more.
Yeah,
So-
because it's 4 rounds as well.
Right. So for the whole week they're playing golf, and they're perfecting the game. So because it's 8 rounds of golf, 8 competitions of golf per year, do you think that they would get lazy and slack
No.
and not play as much golf, and then the golf will actually take a dive?
There's got to be some form of terms and agreements there. If you don't perform,
What terms?
Phil
Like,
Mickelson.
they're not going to make him. Yeah, he's been. They're not going to make them go out and practice.
oh no, but
Like now, if they're
you've still
practicing
got to
3
be a
days a week.
professional. You've still got to keep a level of.
Yeah,
level.
I agree. But if
No,
they're,
but
having,
like,
if
okay,
they're having
let-
6 weeks off, for example, I'm just saying 5 weeks off without any golf in between, they're not going to be practicing for those 5 weeks.
Yeah,
they're going to be
I-
having like 2-3 weeks of holiday, spending time with the family.
Yeah,
fair
of course,
enough.
but I still think they're going to practice. Look at Ian Poulter. If you see his Instagram,
Yeah.
he's always hitting the club. He's always practicing. He's always trying to get better. Doesn't,
Also, come on, these guys are at that level because they've got a dedication to the work.
Yeah.
Right? You don't
Yeah.
become a
they
professional.
haven't. It's like I've not cooked at this level for so long if I haven't been doing it every day to get. Luke has always taught me is that when you go into work, you become better than what you were yesterday.
Yeah.
They take that same philosophy, guaranteed. They hit that ball better than what they hit it the day before.
I agree. But let's say in your world,
Yeah.
you just left your job,
Yeah.
and you're going to get a job, and you're going to be a what's the word I'm looking for? A pop-up chef, shall we say?
A guest
And-
chef.
Guest chef.
That's the word. So you're going to be going as a guest chef once a month at restaurants all over the country,
Yeah.
and you're going to have a set price, whatever. You're working once a month where you were working 7 days a week. Don't you think that your brain would kind of switch off a little bit?
No, you've.
Or do you think you're going to go back into the kitchen and you're like, okay, and you're going to find your feet straight away?
Yeah, you've
Surely
I had a
because-
month off just now, and I went into a new environment, never been in there before. You kind of once you know where around the kitchen. Yeah, there's kitchens. I've seen some kitchens which have been like, fucking hell, what are these? How do these places operate? You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's when me and Luke have done them together and in guest appearances, and we've stood there cleaning them for an hour before we've
No
actually
way.
gone and cooked because we were like, this is disgusting.
That's horrible.
But the experience, the knowledge, the team you get with you, you just do it. There's no. It's all about clever menu planning as well. I wouldn't go and just do. You know what I mean, you got to menu plan. You got to think ahead. You know
So
what I mean?
if you go in a kitchen and as a guest chef,
Yeah.
all guest chefs that came into your kitchen at Simpsons,
Yeah.
how many days before would they come in? Is it like
Depends.
in the morning?
Depends.
Just turn
Some
up and be
like
hi.
it depends. Like if we go, because if we know we're going to a kitchen and we know we're going to like a professional kitchen,
Right.
we take all the prep done and we know how we can rock up and we know their kitchens. We just got to finish it off in their kitchens.
Right.
But it's all the prep done beforehand.
So when you go,
Yeah.
so where do you prep it? In your own kitchen?
Yeah, the
or,
kitchen
and,
at the restaurant.
and obviously guest chefs in their own kitchen. Kind of
Yeah,
thing. Right. It's a stupid question. Like, I'm guessing they bring knives with them, standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would they bring like pots and pans?
No.
So you got your pots and pans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just use our equipment.
So if you go in a kitchen as a guest chef,
Yeah.
and you go in, you walk in and you're
So there's difference because like me, for example, I did one the other day.
right.
I've never been to that kitchen. I know it's what the kitchen's like, but because I technically haven't got. If I'd been working still at Simpsons, I would have done everything at Simpsons. Took it all, got it all ready. Would have rocked up and just had to kind of reheat everything or recook it or whatever it is. But because I'm there before, I was there Thursday because I had to go and prep because obviously I haven't got a kitchen to work
Right.
in.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to go and do it. I've got to prep from literally everything.
Okay.
But if I'm going, like, if me and Luke, let's say, went to Long Clune came down from Simpsons, Tom Barnes, I can promise you now, he brought everything pretty much
You did, yeah.
like to the T. Everything was so military operation that he just literally rocks up to Simpsons. He knows Simpsons. He's been to Simpsons before,
Right.
but he just takes over.
So did Tom Barnes come with a team?
Yeah, he come down with like 4 chefs, I think.
And obviously everybody had the job.
And one of the chefs who came down with him was an ex-Simpsons anyway.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
So do your chefs, sous chefs, commies, whatever?
We all helped out, yeah.
So you all help out.
Yeah, we'll help out, yeah.
Is there a point where Tom Barnes or anybody? I'm not saying Tom Barnes, but any guest chef or you would go in the kitchen and you're getting help from a sous chef or a commie, and you're like, you don't know what you're doing, leave the kitchen.
Nah, you don't. It's when these kind of things happen. They could. Everyone's a good guy.
They're at that level where they kind of know what they're doing anyway.
Yeah, you just got to support them if they don't know. Like,
Okay.
if I walked into the chip shop, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know how to like cook a bit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to run it. I would
Yeah.
be asking you for advice. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
I mean,
But I think it's a different ball game because it's just so high pressure all the time,
yeah, of
and
course.
you need to stay on top of everything.
It's like-
Everybody's judging you. Everybody's looking at you.
Do you want me to tell you a little secret?
Yeah.
You know, my old man has always tried to get me to cook the kebabs and like fully take over the frying at the chip shop. I've never learnt it for one reason.
Because you don't like it.
Not hate it, but
Yeah.
no, I don't hate it. I just don't enjoy being in the chip shop. It's done wonders for our whole family.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean, it's done.
Yeah.
It's put a roof over my head. It's
Yeah.
given me food all my life.
Yeah.
He's always done it. I've never, because he's always like, go and cook the kebab. I'm like, nope. He's like, why not? Because if I learn it, this is what I used to always do when I was just like a junior, like when I was 15, 16. If I learn how to cook that, I know what you like.
And that's like your job.
Yeah, but that's it. Then you'll be like, because I learned how to serve, I learned how to wash up, learned to do the kebabs, I learned how to like make the kebabs, I learned how to
Cut
peel
the
the
fish.
potatoes,
Yeah.
cut the fish, whatever, you know, and did all that. Then it was like the actual practical of the shop
Yeah,
being
yeah,
open. If you cut the kebab, next minute you know you'll be frying, and then next minute you know.
You're right. You're right.
So I always used to say, nope.
There you go. So you
Unless
kind of
any
set the
time.
boundaries there.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah,
Very smart.
you know, if you go into like a guest kitchen,
Yeah.
and you don't like the setup of it, like,
You always do something. You always adapt. Like,
would you like move pots and pans and be like, I need these pans here, I need these knives here, I need these bowls here, so I can ergonomically work better.
it's difficult,
I don't-
that is, because it's not like professional kitchens aren't made like they're made structurally, they're made solid. You know what I mean? We've got induction ranges or
Yeah.
proper cooking suites. So you wouldn't rock up. The pots and pans are downstairs or in the pots and pans area. You don't just have them lying around your kitchen. They're not. It's
Okay.
not like that. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a difficult question, that is, because it's not. But they might have a setup for service. There's a difference. There's a setup for service. I'm like the other day, the bloke who was there, the chef who was there, he'd set himself up for like the next day, but he knew that I was taking over, so he took it all away and was like, "How do you want it set up?" So I set it up how I wanted it, because I have a vision.
Yes,
you know what I
yes,
mean?
yes.
But yeah, when it comes to service setup, we might do something different.
That's wicked. Good insight, eh?
Amazing. Learned so much about it today.
There you go.
And I'm a foodie.
Have you got any more questions?
No, actually, I wanted to think what.
Who's cooking tonight then?
Who's cooking?
What are we eating tonight?
I'm a bit peckish now. I wasn't earlier.
I'm not hungry. We'll figure it out. It's just me and you at home. Christiana's having a girls' night. So if you want to, we can go out and eat if you want.
Should we go to Istanbul?
No, let's not do that. where is that? Istanbul? Is that in Portugal? Inside joke. Anyway, thank you very much for coming, Leo. I really appreciate you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having
Chenji,
me.
it's been a pleasure as always.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for listening, watching. Please subscribe. Please like our videos. We need all the listeners.
Please get people to invite Leo for a round of golf before they talk about.
Yeah,
business.
go. What's your Instagram? At Leo Kattou, or is it at Leo_Kattou?
_Kattou, I think it
So
is.
go. I'll put your links below. I promise you will get 0 followers from this podcast.
That's all right. We'll go there. It's Leo_Kattou.
There we go. So go follow him. Just message him saying, I want to play golf with you. That way we'll know that it's from the podcast. That'll be so funny. We've got a Russian listener, so maybe we might go to Russia and play golf.
Sore subject.
Yeah, it is. You're right. But
but definitely we should do like a rice and slice golf day.
yeah, we'll do that.
Absolutely.
That'd be wicked. All we need is like 3 more listeners, and we can sort it.
We can sort of football.
We can sort of form up with 2 spectators.
There we go.
That was so good. Anyway, thank you, Leo, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I know you really didn't have much of a choice. I kind of texted you. I was like, what time you come in? Oh, by the way, you're coming on the podcast tomorrow, and you didn't have a choice. But thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching, listening. We'll see you next week.
Like and subscribe.
Invoice, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's as long as it's £5, I'm good. All right,
Please like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.